Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Series. My name is Ajiri Alibo. If you're joining us live, let us know where you are watching from. And if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or an income earner, type entrepreneur in the comment section. This morning's conversation is an important one. We work so hard to build businesses. We focus on growth, we focus on revenue, we focus on expansion. But many people forget to protect the one asset that makes it all possible, their income. Today's episode is titled The Income Mistake That Could Cost You Everything. This is not about fear because some might be worried. It's about being responsible while you are healthy and capable. Because when income unexpectedly stops, everything changes. And our guest today experienced the reality firsthand. Please join me in welcoming Marites Tejada Rabino. Welcome, Marites, and thank you for being here this morning to share your story.
Thank you, Ajiri. It's my pleasure to be here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know that this might be different for you because here you want to share your experience and all of that. But let's take it back to January 2023 during a routine massage. A lump
Mhm.
was discovered. When that happened, what went through your mind?
Well, at that time, I did went to my regular massage therapist because I'm feeling so tired. My body is aching. So while laying there, she said something like, I'm feeling something like a lump in your abdomen. And then I just shrugged it off. I just said, it's nothing. Maybe you're just mistaken. And then the week after, I had another session with her. And then she reiterated again, I'm really feeling something in your abdomen. Maybe you should have it checked.
Hmm.
So again, I'm like on a denial stage. I just shrugged it off. I didn't really pay any attention to what she said. But I made a note to mention that to my family doctor because a month after that I'm scheduled to see my doctor. So which is about the right time,
Mhm.
right? Just right timing. And looking back, I really am very thankful to my massage therapist because she was the very first one who did the initial diagnosis. If not for her, I wouldn't even feel a thing because I don't have any connotation or any idea that I have a lump somewhere. That's why for women out there, it's important to do a self check.
Wow. Wow. When you talk about self-check or when you talk about massage, does it mean, do you recommend that it's important for people to do massage from time to time, or how do you self-check?
Um, well, my massage therapist, she's kind of like a specialist too. She's an osteopath too. So she
Hmm.
knows how organs should feel, should work. So she was like very certain that I do have a lump.
Hmm.
But for it I'm not trying to scare everyone that okay, don't go to massage because they might feel any some kind of lump in your body. No, it was just that she found the lump just at the right time because it was so big and I have no I'm feeling nothing. For me it was just a normal. I mean, I'm thinking, oh, my belly is just big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. For those watching, have you ever brushed off a symptom thinking, maybe it was just nothing, just like Marites now? She just felt it was just nothing. I don't think she felt any pain. Did you feel any pain or anything before that day? Oh,
My pain is around my back. Because I was self-diagnosing. I thought I have sciatica because the pain is coming from my back all through my back thighs.
wow.
So it's not even related to the abdomen area. It's something at the back, my legs, and my thighs. So it's totally a different area. So I was really, when she told me I felt a lump in your abdomen, I was like, are you sure? So I
Wow.
wasn't even, I didn't take it seriously, honestly.
Wow. Wow. But you mentioned earlier when your doctor urgently referred you to an oncologist, without much explanation, did you feel concerned or did you feel it is still unreal?
When I received that call from my family doctor, I was at work, and that was March, and we were so busy. So when he called me and then just told me that, okay, I'm going to refer you to an oncologist, I just thought, okay, that must be a specialist. Okay, so I just put down the phone because my family doctor didn't even mention anything. He just told me, I'm going to refer you to an oncologist. You just wait; they're gonna call you in a few days. If not today, maybe tomorrow. So there is an urgency. But then when I put the phone down, I was just like, okay, something specialist. I didn't even bother to do a research. A chat GPT that time was not that famous yet. So for me, it was like, okay, a specialist. I
Hmm.
didn't know that an oncologist is a cancer doctor.
Wow.
So again,
Wow.
a
Wow.
mistake on my part. I should have
Wow.
known.
And when you got to the emergency room and when you heard the words, you have cancer, what shifted inside of you in that moment?
Um, it was really a shocking moment because I was lying on the bed, I was in pain, and then the ER doctor opened the curtains and then told me, "So we know the reason for the pain. You have cancer."
Wow.
Just like a plain statement, you have cancer. And that really shook me. Me and my husband, we were just like looking at the doctor, just dumbfounded. We don't know what to say. And then he started explaining. So we will treat your pain right now, but we know the course, and we have to do a lot of tests on you. So just stay there. So when he left the room, me and my husband, we were like looking at each other, not even talking. We were like speechless. And then I remembered, I just said, we don't have cancer in our family.
Hmm.
It doesn't run in our family. How can this happen? So there was a big question. And then a sudden rush of feelings came in, like it's a mix of shock, you're confused, and you're scared at the same time.
Hmm. Wow. I just can't imagine like what you felt like because you were living your normal life and
Mhm.
everything just that very moment, that was a transforming moment. I can only imagine how you and your spouse felt at that moment, you know. And you mentioned everything moved so quickly. The next thing, surgery, organ removal, chemotherapy. As an income earner, when did financial concern really start to enter your mind?
Well, we're lucky we're here in Canada. Our
Hmm.
healthcare is free. So on that area alone, the hospitalization, the surgery, I didn't spend a dime on it. It's all free. But then when I went home and started my recovery period, I'm still thinking, okay, I still have some sick days from work. I can manage. But then when I felt the after effects, like my body was so weak, I couldn't even hold a glass of water. I got scared because I was thinking, how long will this last? I'm
Hmm.
not sure. I have bills to pay. We are still paying for our mortgage, my credit cards. So a week after that, I think that's when it hit me really hard. What's going to happen now?
Wow. Wow. I can only imagine because a lot of people they plan for wealth creation. Lots of people plan for investing, but people don't ask this question. What if I am not able to function at 100%? What happens to your wealth building strategy? What happens to all of those things? Right?
I
Um,
agree.
but I'm glad you had a strategy in place that gave you a lump sum payout of $25,000. Looking back, honestly, how far did $25,000 go in your situation at that moment while you were recovering?
Not much, Ajiri. I mean, when I bought my critical illness plan, I bought it just because. I didn't even think about it. Um, And I chose the lowest critical illness plan as well. So again, that was a big mistake because for some people, 25,000 might seem a big money, but in reality, I was out of work for like 8 months. So
Wow.
imagine you, I really have to stretch out that $25,000 for that duration because I'm not sure when will I be able to get back to work. So
Mm,
I stretched it really, really thinly. I couldn't buy all the things that I really wanted. I mean, at night when I lay down before sleeping, I pray because I'm scared for the next day. There's a
mm.
fear in me that is thinking, okay, tomorrow, what's going to happen? Every day, that money goes down. I get less and less of money left. So it's actually not giving me the total peace of mind that I really wanted. Although, don't get me wrong, I'm so thankful that I have that critical illness.
Exactly. Imagine if there was no 25,000 at
I
least.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am thankful. I am really, really thankful that I have that plan. That really saved me. But it's just that in reality, some people don't have any plans at all. And that
Mm,
is even more scarier, you know.
mhm.
That's big time
I
scary.
Wow, wow, I can imagine. So, so you had an income protection plan. Let me put it that way,
Mm-hmm.
um, and but the income protection plan was not just enough. It was just a minimum income protection plan. At the time you were getting the plan, did you ever see the value of 25,000 at that time? You just took a plan and just like most people don't even have a critical illness protection plan. And look at you, you've recovered after a couple of months and
Mm-hmm.
so is there a better time to get critical illness than today?
Of course, a jury. Learn from my mistake. Everyone, I mean that this is my advocacy. I wanted everyone to get at least some kind of a protection, income protection, because it's really important. For now, you might feel you're strong, you're invincible, but in just one click, everything can change. So you need to always have a safety net
Hmm.
because it's not just you who's going to suffer. If you have kids, right? If you're supporting kids, you have to provide for the family as well. But without an income replacement plan, that would be a big, big problem. How would you be able to survive, let alone recover while the stress is like overflowing in your mind? So it's really a hard situation. That's why, as early as now, while all of us are still healthy, I
Hmm.
am really urging everyone to get some kind of income protection plan because you'll never know what's going to happen in the future.
Wow, wow, wow. For those watching, would $25,000 sustain your household for 6 months without income? Put yes or no in the comment section if $25,000 would do anything. If you fall critically ill today, will that cover your mortgage for the next 6 months? Put a yes or a no, all right? Because when you talk about income protection, what is your annual income? That is one question you need to ask. The next question is, what is your annual expense? Right? Because your annual expense is what you need to cover with an income protection plan. That helps you put a buffer at the time, if any of these kind of things happen to you and you're trying to recover from it. But Marites, like your story is really very outstanding. But tell us, what financial pressures or unexpected costs surprised you the most during treatment? I know you said it was free healthcare, but truly, is it really free? We pay taxes for that, right? But that's another
Mhm.
topic for another day. But what financial pressures or unexpected costs arose during your treatment that period?
Well, first of all, as I am going through chemotherapy, I was advised by my doctor to eat organic foods. So it has to be, and we all know organic foods are expensive.
Hmm.
That is the truth.
Hmm.
So Also, the doctor visits. Um, every 3 months, I go to Cross Cancer to do my chemotherapy. And again, I am lucky because I'm here in Edmonton. Cross Cancer is just like 45 minutes away. But what if you're coming from another province? Like, what if you're from Yukon, right? So you would have to come here in Edmonton and then pay for accommodation for you and your spouse. You know, those bills, they add up. Of course, you have to consider gas,
Mm,
right? And also your post recovery essentials.
mm,
That is also going to cost you money. Like, for example, me, I bought a sofa bed, so it would be easier for me because I really don't have the strength to go up and down the stairs. So most of the time, I would just be lying in bed. So I have to make sure that it's a comfortable bed. So
mm.
those are your post recovery expenses. What else? Um, Aircon. When I was undergoing chemotherapy, I do have a severe allergic reaction to heat. So I need to be in an air conditioned room.
Wow.
And at that time, our house is, we don't have AC. So, and we were thinking if we're going to have it set up like a centralized AC, that would cost us like $5,000, right? And remember, I only received $25,000. So the most feasible plan that me and my husband came up with is just to buy a portable aircon so I can just stay in the bedroom and things like that.
Mm.
I could have had the whole room, the whole house on AC, but because I'm trying my best to, you know, stretch out the money, I just have to choose the cheapest option, you know. So
Interesting.
right.
Interesting.
So yeah, you
Yeah.
really have to be what's the word? You have to really think of ways to save.
Mm,
So
mm.
everything. And then also I remember there was also one medication that I had to take, and that was about $750
Oh,
on just one shot.
wow.
Good thing my husband's coverage took care of that one. But imagine if both of us don't have any work coverage, that
Mm.
would be a big amount of money.
Yeah. And there are many people out there listening to us today. And some that will come across this video who will say, oh, cancer doesn't run in my family, just like you said. Or I'm healthy, I'm fine. What would you say to entrepreneurs who think that way?
Okay, first and foremost, here's something that I learned from my doctor because I asked her, Doc, cancer doesn't run in our family. How come I have cancer? And then she told me most cancer diagnosis doesn't have any family history. I mean, you don't. You, some cancer, the main cause of it, no, not some cancer, most cancer, the main source of it is stress. It's not even your lifestyle, it's stress. So it doesn't mean when you said, "Oh, I'm healthy, I'm young." Cancer cells are living in our body. It's just when you are going to awaken those cells.
Mm,
That's how simple she explained it to me. So it doesn't matter when you're 20, you're 25, you're in your 30s. If you're under a lot of stress, and there's other factors, of course. So there is still a chance to get cancer. So the important thing is to be ready and to have a safety net.
If you could go back to 2023, what would you structure differently financially?
I would definitely would have gotten a bigger income protection plan. Um, Let me just say this, Ajiri. I do have a friend. She is also um, diagnosed with cancer. But then the difference from me is her illness plan was $100,000,
Hmm.
and I was the one who helped her process that claim.
Wow.
Imagine that. So she didn't have any worry at all. She went back to the Philippines, stayed there for like a year. She bought so many things
Hmm.
without even worrying about finances.
Wow.
Whereas for me, I'm trying my best, to prolong that 25,000. So the biggest lesson here is don't cheap out on yourself.
Hmm.
Love yourself, okay? Because in the end, it's you who's going to enjoy, or it's you who's going to use it. So from then on, I went back to all of my friends. When they knew of my story, I told them the importance of having an income protection plan. So for me, I would say, if you ask me, it would be the least amount of critical illness plan that you should get. It should be around 50,000, and the most 200,000. That would
Hmm.
give you the total peace of mind that you can relax after treatment. You can go away to
Yeah.
Europe, pamper yourself.
I don't
That
even
would be
think
the
there should
best
be.
option.
I don't even think there should be a most, because
Yeah, you can go as high as 1 million in
yeah,
coverage, right?
I've had a lot of clients who have up to minimum 500,000 in income protection. Lots of clients like that because they know the value, especially
Mm,
entrepreneurs, business owners, medical professionals. They
true,
know, they see this every day. It's important to have huge income protection because your expenses are high.
true.
Yes, even insurance agents who are entrepreneurs and self-employed, you need to have a huge safety net because the commissions will stop if you don't have money flowing while you are recovering, right?
Yes,
So
I agree.
for everyone watching right now, what is that one action you want to take immediately? Very, very important. You're listening to us today. Don't just listen, don't just feel emotional. Take an action today. So Marites, please share your social media handle. I know you are a licensed insurance agent, and
Mhm.
from your experience, even being a licensed insurance agent, you cheated yourself by not giving yourself the best plan. you know
Yeah.
and now you helped even your very good friend, right, to get a higher plan. So this is a huge lesson, but I have a question for you. Right
Mhm.
now, are you able to still get a plan for yourself?
I was still able to get a plan because there are some providers out there who can still give you specialized coverage,
Hmm,
especially if you had like cancer or you had a heart attack. You can still get a plan, but it's just going to cost you a little bit.
hmm, hmm.
But the important thing is you still have coverage. So, yes, to answer your question, yes. And this time I made sure I bought a higher coverage.
Awesome, awesome. So if you're listening to me today and you've recovered from this similar condition and you're wondering if you could get a plan, please get in touch with Marites. She's going to give her handle right now, and you can get in touch with her and discuss your situation with her. She's going to share her handle. How can people reach you, Marites?
Oh, in Instagram, just type in my full name, Marites Tejada Rabino, and you will see me. Same also in Facebook and also on TikTok.
Oh, interesting. Right. Interesting. So please, everyone watching, if you want to have a one-on-one with Marites, please contact her on Instagram, on Facebook. She's very active. I see you on TikTok also. I think you're very active on TikTok. Please follow her, DM her, encourage her, connect with her. She's also planning a seminar pretty soon. She's going to
Mm,
announce the date on her Instagram handle, on her Facebook handle. Once you're following her, she's also building a strong community. That's what she told me before we started this conversation. So it would be nice for you to connect with her, join her community. She can give you tips on what she did during all of these challenges she faced. We're not saying that it's something that may happen to you, but you might know someone who will need some of these tips, and they might find her community very useful. But before we close today, if this conversation made you realize that it's time to review your protection plan, type the word review in the comments section, and we'll get in touch with you, right? Because clarity is very powerful. Clarity is very powerful, and not just understanding what to do, but you need to take action after all of this. So Marites, I want to say thank you. so much for your honesty and for your courage. And to everyone watching, entrepreneurship is not just about growth, it's about stewardship also. Your income funds your household, it funds your household, it funds your goal, it funds even your future and your impact. Without the income, that's the big challenge, right? And the biggest mistake people make is that they assume they have more time. Preparation is not fear, preparation is wisdom. If this conversation resonated with you, connect with Marites. Also, if you can't reach out to her, connect with us and we'll point you to her. So review your protection plan because income protection is key to financial planning. My name is Ajiri Alibo. It's been a wonderful time with you in this episode of the Entrepreneur Series. Have a productive and a protected and a purposeful day. And we'll see you in our next episode. See you soon.